This segment is sponsored by Noble McIntyre and McIntyre Law. This is one lucky day for one Oklahoma student. Each month here on Living Oklahoma, we love to spotlight young people who are making a difference in the community. We love to call it a noble cause, and today we're meeting that lucky man. Let's go ahead and be joined by local attorney and philanthropist Noble McIntyre. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you too, guys. Hey, today we have Mucio Davila, who's actually been here before. He was here in October when we did another one called Hugs, but he's here today individually for some of the projects that he's done. And let me tell you, we get a lot of these young adults in here that are incredibly impressive, and we were visiting early. You're not only here to talk about the projects you've done in 4-H, which you've been in 4-H since you were in second grade, but also, is it tomorrow that you have your Eagle Scout ceremony?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's an Eagle Scout as well, and he's been in the Scouts since he was in first grade. So before we talk about your 4-H project, the Scout thing's impressive because as we were visiting, only about 30% of kids that go through the Scouts ever attain that level. Tell me how long you've been in the Scouts and how hard it was to become an Eagle Scout.
Well, I started in Cub Scouts first, from 1st through 5th, and then after that you cross over into Boy Scouts, which is from 6th through 12th. And it was really fun at the beginning, but then more and more when you start focusing on all those ranks and everything, you have to challenge yourself with doing all this other stuff as well as putting your scouting career as well as with your high school and your middle school self and all the stuff you do outside of school.
I can imagine it's hard to juggle all that because here you're trying to do the Scouts and you've got the 4-H and you've got school. How many merit badges do you have to get in order to be an Eagle Scout?
A total of 21.
I mean, that's just crazy how much you're having to do. And then if you're in athletics and all that, it can be a lot in keeping up your schoolwork. In addition to the Scouts, obviously you've been in 4-H since you were in second grade. And as you leave 4-H now and you're going to Oklahoma State, you've done some projects here recently. We've done a ton of projects, but the one that you're most proud of and the one we're here today are the raised beds. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, before I even joined 4-H, my grandparents always had a garden, and me and my siblings would always go and help during the summer and all that. So agriculture has always been a part of our family, and we've always loved it. So.
Well, now, so you build them, and then what is it that you're putting in there and planting? And tell the viewers how many you've built, how long it took to do them, and where they are now.
They're located at Hillsdale Elementary, Mayfield Middle School, and Putnam City West High School. We built 6 overall, 2 for each school. And I believe the elementary is going to turn their raised beds into butterfly beds for the little kids to see butterflies when they go to school, coming back from spring break. The middle school is going to be using it for agriculture, for produce and all that, for their culinary classes that they have. And then the high school is going to be using them for their garden bed, for the gardening club that they have here.
And what made you even think of the project? Because there's 1,000 different projects that you can come up with, and I think you're the first one that's done the raised beds. What made you even think, okay, this is one I want to do and this is important?
Well, agriculture has been a big part of my family. My grandparents have always had the garden, and we've always loved fresh produce, going in and grabbing a fresh tomato, fresh corn, and anything. And so for me, that stuck out a lot. After losing a grandfather, you just see that, and you want to do something to dedicate it for something that they've done for you, and you want to do something overall.
What kind of time goes into it, and how complex was it? I mean, when I think of a raised bed, it can be anything from simple to a little more complex. Tell me how many hours you spent building the 6 that went to these schools.
We spent over 2 months building them, and you had a lot of changing the design on the raised bed because you have to put it to the height of the little kids, the middle schoolers, and then the high schoolers.
Well, as you know, because you've been here before, I'm Noble McIntyre. I have a law firm here in Oklahoma City, and I have something called the Noble Cause, where I like to recognize young adults that are doing something a little different in the community than maybe some of their peers, and that's certainly you. I mean, for somebody to do the Eagle Scout badge is an incredible honor. The 4-H ever since second grade, and giving back to the community is a huge deal to me as well. So let me just tell you from myself and my firm, I'm grateful that you guys, all the Noble Cause winners, but specifically you, are doing the things that you're doing. I think it's a great thing. When you go off to college, don't stop. The world needs folks giving back. I've got a couple things for you. One, we've got, and you've seen these before, is a plaque for Noble Cause winner for March of 2022. And then I've got a check for you for $100 and for the Oklahoma County OSU Extension Office for $150. It's just my way of saying thank you, keep it up, keep up the good work, and we appreciate you guys. Another great Noble Cause winner, Mucio Davila.
Thanks so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Noble. Mucio, congratulations. We are so proud of you and all the work that you're doing in the community. And for more about our sponsor, attorney Noble McIntyre and McIntyre Law, they are experienced trial lawyers. McIntyre Law is located at 8601 Southwestern Avenue in Oklahoma City, or check them out online at McIntyreLaw.com. You can get this new app they have, download it and contact them that way. You can also call them at 405-917-5200. They do offer virtual meetings.